Princess Mackenzie. Once upon a time, in a cozy house at the end of Deckliff, Doctor lived a little girl named Frankie. She had more toys than anyone else in her neighborhood, a room full of dolls, stuffed animals, and the newest video games. But somehow, Frankie always felt something was missing. Every day after school, Frankie would rush to her room to play with her toys alone. She could hear her dog, Golden Retriever Zeus, laughing downstairs with Mom, and her older sister Addie helping Dad in the garden, but Frankie thought she was having more fun by herself with all her things. And her dog one magical evening, as Frankie sat surrounded by her toys, something extraordinary happened. Her dog suddenly spoke. "Frankie," dog Zeus said softly, "why do you spend so much time up here all alone?" Frankie was surprised, but not scared. "Because I have the best toys in the world," she replied proudly. Zeus shook his fuzzy head and said, "Watch carefully." With a wave of his paw, he showed Frankie something amazing. In the air appeared pictures, like a floating photo album. Frankie saw her family having dinner together, but her chair was empty. She saw them playing board games, but she wasn't there. She saw them baking cookies, telling stories, and sharing warm hugs, but in every picture, Frankie was missing. "Do you know what makes these moments special?" Zeus asked. Frankie looked closely at the pictures. Everyone was smiling and laughing. They looked so happy even without fancy toys. "I think I understand," Frankie whispered. "They're happy because they're together." Zeus nodded wisely. The most precious gift isn't something you can hold in your hands. It's the love you share with your family. It's the stories you tell, the meals you share, and the hugs that make you feel warm inside. Just then, Frankie heard her mum calling from downstairs. "Frankie, we're about to start movie night. Would you like to join us?" Frankie looked at Zeus, who had become just a regular dog again, but his message stayed in her heart. "Coming!" she called out excitedly. Downstairs, Frankie found her family snuggled together on the big couch. Frankie. Her father made space for her, and Monica Mother shared her favorite blanket. Dad had made hot chocolate for everyone, and Mom had a bowl of freshly popped popcorn. As Frankie settled in between her sister, Addie, she felt something she had never felt with any of her toys, a warmth that filled her whole heart. Zeus, Skiggles, Addie's gentle pat on her back, Mom's loving smile, and Dad's bear hugs were worth more than all the toys in the world. From that day on, Frankie spent less time alone with her toys and more time with her family. She discovered that playing board games with Addie was more fun than playing video games alone. Reading stories with Mom and Dad before bedtime was better than any cartoon. And teaching Dad how to build block towers made her happier than having the biggest toy collection. Frankie learned that true happiness isn't found in things you can buy. It's found in the loving smiles, warm hugs, shared laughter, and precious moments with family. Every evening became a new adventure, whether they were stargazing in the backyard, sharing stories at dinner, or simply being together. Whenever Frankie looked at Zeus sitting on her shelf, she would smile, remembering that the greatest treasure of all was right there in her home, her family. I hope you enjoyed Frankie's family story. If you want your family's story on Princess Mackenzie's Adventures books, write me in the comments.